Hello guys, welcome back to the news. In a recent development, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, noted that the Eastern Security Network ESN is doing a fine job, which it is created for by its leader, Nnamdi Kanu, to do. According to IPOB, the job of the ESN is to defend the length and the breadth of Biafra land from killer herdsmen from the Sahel. Now, in a statement from IPOB's Media and Publicity Secretary, Emma Powerful, he accused some people of spreading misinformation on social media platforms over these issues. He noted that it has come to their notice that some faceless individuals, perhaps propelled by hunger and under the pay of some political elite in Nigeria, appears to be busy on social media trying very hard to mislead the public into blaming ESN for the government-sponsored insecurity rocking the southeastern region. Their pathetic attempt to change the narrative about the mobility of the movement and the vision of the leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in establishing ESN is bound to fail, as other previous attempts did. Now, these shameless individuals operating under the cloak of anonymity offered them by the use of fake accounts were nowhere to be found when these killer herdsmen from all over the Sahel region were parading through Biafra lands, villages, plunging, looting, slaughtering men, women, and children. This situation became so deplorable that some Igbo governors that summoned the courage to call 82 Division of the Nigerian Army at Enugu and later the presidency found to their shock that their calls were ignored. Reduced to issuing watery and ineffectual press statements, they resulted to begging the federal government of Nigeria through newspaper publications to intervene and rescue them. At a point, some people stopped going to the farms due to fear and terror. Fear and terror gripped the Biafra land, and there was nobody to stand against these, Fulani herdsmen in the face of mass slaughter of the people of the southeastern region. Now they recall all the instances of wholesale massacre and bloodbaths in Enugu, in Ebonyi, in Anambra, in Abia, in Imo, in Delta, in Bayelsa, Rivers, Benue. How can any same Igbo person forget Mbano and Uzowani? Or we have all forgotten that those sustained slaughter of the innocent by Fulani herdsmen was the reason why our leader, the leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, formed the formidable Eastern Security Network, ESN. The organization reiterated that the sole purpose for the existence of ESN is to checkmate the excess of these killer herdsmen from Sahel and to ensure that no inch of land of the ancient Igbo land is forcefully taken over and occupied by killers disguised as herdsmen. IPOB noted that they will not condone the mistakes made by other ethnic groups that allowed their ancestral lands to be forcefully seized and converted to a mini-caliphate to be visited on Igbo people or reciprocated anywhere in Igbo land or across the entirety of Biafra land for that matter. At this point, they noted that if you want ESN disbanded, as some of these badly informed and misguided online miscreants are demanding, they should pressure the federal government instead to first disband the hordes of killer herdsmen invading the forest of Igbo people. The Miyetti Allah that is in their public face must be banned, and open grazing must be abolished. So as long as these entities are in existence, the ESN shall continue in their duty to defend Biafra land. Now, they sent a warning to miscreants linking ESN and extension IPOB to ongoing insecurity in Igbo land that they are not only misguided but they are jokers. It seems that these attention seekers know the politicians sponsoring the destruction of Igbo land in exchange for enlarged security budget with which they hope to contest for vice presidential slots come the next election in 2027 if President Tinubu decides not to run. Now, the cheap playground bully tactics and empty propaganda against IPOB never worked in the past, and it will not work now. So people should instead be grateful to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB for saving the entire Middle Belt, the Oduduwa, and the Biafra land from devastating effect of Ruga. That if not for IPOB, everybody would be living under Ruga today, and that the ESN deserves praise in some measures. Those bringing mayhem to the southeast region will be dealt with without pity, IPOB added. So this is a very strong statement from the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Recall that IPOB have been warning on several occasions that they will not allow Fulani herders to take over their central lands. They will not allow Fulani herders to take over Biafra lands, where they issued warnings to the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, and other southeastern governors that they should desist from any act that would prompt them to bring out lands for Ruga for these Fulani herders in Igbo land. They target Alibo that they should not in any way engage in such, else they will face their wrath. That the southeastern governors will face the wrath of IPOB. So IPOB has been issuing so many warnings regarding Ruga, regarding lands being, taken from the Igbo that's from the Biafra lands to be given to Fulani herders for Ruga. Then the one that happened recently in Imo, IPOB raised alarm that in some part of Imo, in a particular community, the Imo government is trying to give out lands for skill acquisition center, but according to them, it's a guise. That land is not meant for any skill acquisition, but a more like a training camp or more like a breeding camp for Fulani herders under the guise of a skill acquisition program. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? So many people have been talking about IPOB fighting against, Fulani herders, fighting against other Fulani herders, even the ESN, and the Nigerian government fighting against IPOB because they are fighting for freedom of the Biafra nation. Guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.